shop, you say what?
To overpopulation are driving up the Earth's temperature.
The center of the outbreak, health officials have confirmed more than 24,000 cases of the illness worldwide.
If I step on that swash on my wall, it's like painting my wall red.
Go back to the open mic on Tuesday night, yes!
After the dinner, she looks at me and says, "Come lah, go back to my place." And I told her, "No need, it's okay."
So scratch that joke.
This is a joke.
Jangan panggil titik John. Oh, tak sabarnya nak bawa jumpa girlfriend dengan bapa. Come. Oh.
Hillary is a queen of subtlety. You know, in The Lord of the Rings, when they're creeping through the jungle and they don't want to be heard and they're stepping on dry leaves, listen to what Hillary can do. Stepped on some piss.
Welcome
To the
late.
news. Yeah.
The next game that we're going to play is called Lines in a Bucket. The lines that you wrote.
Photographer are you? Where's your photographer? Camera, you're not stupid.
I'm going to the savannah.
Savannah, yes?
Not the club in Bangsa.
You're very new, are you?
No. I'm going to the savannah in Africa.
Savannah?
Don't go Africa. Africa.
Yeah, Africa.
Africa.
How now?
No, I can't do that again. That's racist.
Hello, where are you from? I'm from Malaysia. I'm sheep. You take you so well.
Do you know what they call dim sum in Australia? Yum cha ma fulai.
My family is so poor. My house is so small. You open front door, 3 step, back door.
You know, they have this thing called the Instagram husbands. Some of these guys they're just defeated in life.
Tough for me to go up to a Chinese girl and invite her for coffee, you know. It's very tough. It's like, "Hey, 小姐，你要去跟我喝茶吗?" All she can say is what, you know, "I don't know how to speak Chinese."
My name is Papi Zach, Malaysia's biggest comedian.
My name is Kavin J. I am Malaysia's second biggest comedian. We were supposed to be at 8 o'clock. This fella comes at 8:30. Rocking up like his father's place like that. Harith Iskander. There's a difference between daddy and father.
When the agency, when they approached me and they said, "Hey, we want you, Bobby, to be the new face of Mr. Potato. I decided I want to be a cool Mr. Potato. You know, like Zorro, like that, you know? So... Oh, I am hungry. I need some snack. Who will fill my tummy? Ding, ding, ding.
I'm an intelligent person. I don't do jokes about things I never done before. But I think everyone experienced this, you know. I pergi nak beli underwear. So I searched for a size S. Just for information, I wear size S just because of my waist. So I was searching for my size, you know. I was searching for my size. I hold the box at the S size box, and the promoter is like, one size S. I want to go to pay. 4 counter, only 1 counter meal. Right before my turn. Change for Ahmad to Siti Fatimah. So when I said fuck it lah, I just gonna pay. So I paid. And Fatimah was really great. Ni saja bang Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry sir. There's something wrong with the box. But don't worry, I asked my staff to change for you. Jennifer, ambil size S paling kecil. Spender. Perhatian pada Jennifer. Tolong ambil size S spender paling kecil untuk rambut bangkok ni. Yes.
If you take out your bra, your one very small, your man one very big, please play with his tete first.
I say hello to you, you all better say hello back lah. You must say it so loud until my silicone all fall out.
Some of them so small, you take off the bra, and then you take off your t-shirt like, hey, wait a minute. How come my tete bigger than your tete?
I am a woman, but I am under construction.
For those of you who have never seen me before, I know because they are shining the laser on the people who's trying to take picture of my tete. Wow, chabo, Chinese girl with tete. Wow.
Changes by the hour.
COVID-19 is spreading fast across the globe.
The of Kuala Lumpur has gone into complete lockdown.
Hey everyone, Harith Iskander here with another 60-second update. What's happening behind me? You will see all these cars have just come by to pick up meals. We prepared meals for 25 underprivileged families. These meal supplies packages to the Rohingyan families, one by one. We have just delivered 1,000 PPEs to Hospital Kuala Lumpur, as well as 300 packets of snacks for them to enjoy. Finally, we are going to Sabah, so the ton truck is coming to pick up all the barang. If you can look in there. I have had my faith restored in Malaysians, in you. The amount of people who have stepped up, the amount of people who have stepped forward and contributed has been amazing. I really, really do thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Hey. Thank you very much. Good evening. Thank you. Guys, thank you very much. My name is Harith Iskander. Welcome to the Joke Factory. Monday night for another episode of Officially Harith Iskander, which is a little talk show that we do bi-monthly, every Monday. And thank you for your presence here tonight. I know Monday night there's a lot of choices. You could be staying home, watching Netflix. You watch Netflix? Yeah, it is. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad you all came out tonight. Just to let you know, we're going to start the show in just a moment. We've got a great live audience here tonight, but I do see a lot of new faces. Who's here? It's your first time to the Joke Factory. Say hey! Hey! Oh, nice. Oh, most of you first time? Yes. Oh, nice. We've been open for 2 years. So when the whole world was safe and healthy, you were like, no, I don't think I'll go. When there's a pandemic killing everyone, let's go to the Joke Factory! Thank you for double laugh. I like that. What's your name, brother?
Zul.
Zul, how are you, Zul?
Fine.
Good. You got a great haircut, my friend. Zul is my kind of guy. We know how it's going, Zul. So I like to get to know people who are, as handsome as me. And Zul, and what's your name?
Zatur.
Zatur. Did I pronounce it correctly? Yes. And coincidence, you're sitting together, or is this something?
No.
Wife. He was like, no, wife. Don't worry. I was not going to tell her about the last time you came. Anyway, just joking. Guys, great live audience tonight. We've got some wonderful guests. Just to let you know, we're also going live to Facebook and YouTube. So to everybody who's watching on Facebook and YouTube, join in the conversation. Send your comments or your questions in. I'm going to be monitoring them, and you can be part of the show. However, just to let you know that Facebook is a bit of a delay. So whatever I say, those watching on Facebook only get it about 27 seconds later, right? So I could say something right now. By the time they see it, the Prime Minister has changed. It's it's very fast in this country. We don't know how fast it can be. It's like suddenly, but thanks for coming out. It's a bit awkward in the MCO now because in the crowd there are always people wearing masks, and I'm like, whoa, don't rob me. But no, don't rob me. What's your name, brother? John. What do you do, John? You're a student. What do you study? IT. I don't know what to say about that because I don't even know what that means. IT. I know only ET, stay home. That one, I know. IT, and what do you want to do when you finish studying, John, in the IT world? Probably do something in cybersecurity. Oh, so you're getting all your practice now looking at porn, right? Just to make sure you understand how porn works so that later on you know how to fight it, right? He's not even saying no. He's like, yeah, got it. I know what you're talking about. Anyway, guys, we're going to be spending the next hour talking to two amazing individuals. And the reason I'm so excited about today's show is because Malaysia Day is coming up, right? September 16. Yes. September 16 is Malaysia Day, which I only recently found out as I grew up that it means nothing to East Malaysians. Like Merdeka means nothing to them. Malaysia Day is it. Are you East Malaysians, Zul?
No.
No, where are you from? Johor. All right, brother. So good, this guy. Absolutely. I was from Johor. Born in Johor. Johor Bahru, actually. Are you? Muar. Alamak, Muar. I don't know anything about Muar. I just simply say only. But Malaysia Day is coming up, which is why I invited these two people as my guests, and I was so glad that they said they would come. So ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, I want to introduce you to my two Malaysian superheroes. Please put your hands together, start that applause going as a welcome onto stage, Mr. Syed, Azmi, where are you there, sir? And Kwan Chi, hey, come up here, where are you, sir? Where are you there? Come on stage right now, take a seat, there you go. Thank you, brother. Go do anything. Go cheese. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, now if you're here, you probably know these two gentlemen. I would just like to give you a little bit of history in case you don't know. The reason I call these two gentlemen Malaysian heroes is because exactly. That is exactly. Just yeah! Who needs a reason? Yeah! That gentleman there is probably the youngest person ever to make it into the Joke Factory. Just to let you know, young man, you're going to be hearing some words tonight that maybe you go to ask your mother later what it means. Okay, Syed, Azmi, I never know how to actually address you. You've been on the show before. I'm do good, just general person, little lamb, you call yourself sometimes.
No. To Mary. Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb?
I'm small lamb.
You're small lamb. So you're small lamb. When people say, hey, if they don't know you and they meet you, say, actually, what you do? What's your one-line answer?
I'm a pharmacist actually.
Okay, enough. That's all you need to know. Pharmacist that saves the world, and you're going to find out how. And, okay, this gentleman here, I not met until tonight. We just met, but I contacted you and you said you come on the show. And I only know you as Uncle Kentang. First of all, I knew you as Uncle Kentang. That's my first impression. And then I found out your real name, Kuan Chi Heng. But Uncle Kentang. So when people ask you, Uncle, do I call you Uncle or do I, what do I call you? How do I refer to you?
Uncle.
Uncle. When people ask you what you do, what's your answer?
What I do?
Yeah.
I go and drive ambulance.
Yeah, okay. So I have a pharmacist and an ambulance driver here. That's the beginning of the show. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if you don't know them, especially those of you at home, these two gentlemen are incredible individuals who I call Malaysian heroes only because of the difference they make to everyone. I'm going to start with you, Uncle. Uncle, so of course I know you as Uncle Kentang, and I think, how did that start at the beginning? How did you get that title, Uncle Kentang?
Because I give potato to the poor.
You give potato to poor. Okay,
Yeah.
let me take that one step back. How come you suddenly start giving potato to the poor? What was the moment? What happened?
Oh, I thought I was great giving rice to them. But once I went to a flat, I went to a few doors, and then later I come back, I saw someone eating white rice with ketchup. So I said, no, this is not going to happen anymore, because why? The person really don't have other money to go and buy vegetables or whatever. So they take the white rice. I said, hey, my God, what is this happening? Like I've been giving rice for so many years, and then suddenly realized, hey, that's not the right thing to do, because there are children who are eating, and then they like to have some. Then I asked any doctors here, I think, asked my doctor's friend, hey, what's the best to give to them? He said, oh, no, you give them kentang, so they can mash wheat, they can make smiley face. So, and I don't give my name, because somebody thought I was from Rocket. I was from
Rocket, the unnamed political party which we will not name.
Someone say I'm from.
No, it's okay, Uncle. Today you can mention. It's okay. It's okay. Don't
Someone
worry.
say I'm from missionaries trying to convert people. Somebody say I'm from the Buddha team. So lastly they called me Uncle Kentang. I didn't give my name.
Oh, okay. So now this is a real concern because, and I think Syed will also back me up on this. When you try to support, try to help people, because of the experience, they think you have ulterior intention. You are from political party, or you are from a missionary, or you only support or one thing or the other. But let me tell you something, Syed, I'm going to get to you in a moment. Uncle Kentang, how I got to know him was also, exactly you said. You are a van driver, a coffin driver, because first time I read about you was that you had donated, or you're giving your van janazah to take or to help Muslims, basically help them carry the deceased to the grave and all. And this was, of course, the story was highlighting the fact that you are not Muslim, but you were doing this. How did that happen?
No, I was actually operating taxis to the hospital free, because I see that a lot of poor, they don't have avenue to go to the hospital, because when they sakit, they want to go to the hospital. They take one bus, they wait, the bus come, or the bus come, the bus didn't stop. Didn't stop also.
That problem still happens nowadays.
So
school days like that, same for me.
So if they want to go to hospital, by the time they go to hospital, they already mati already. So we start with the taxi license. After the taxi license, then we say, oh, got bedridden one, cannot, must use ambulance. So must use the ambulance to ferry them. Don't start the ambulance service. Then after the ambulance service, they die. They die how? No one to carry them home. So start the van janazah and do all the coffin and all the hearse.
Sorry, I will get to you in a moment. But this story is so interesting. He's making it look like, this is normal everything. Start with a taxi service, and got someone lying down at the start of the van. Then they die. Okay, then van janazah. It's like this seems you're expressing it as if it is so normal. All of us would do the same thing, right? So let me go back one step. Okay, I want to find out how it all started. You were a policeman, you told me earlier.
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Actually, I'm not a policeman. I was in the PDRM.
Okay.
But most of the time I was playing games in the police force.
Okay, I want to hear about this. What do you mean playing games in the police force?
I was a rugby player.
Oh!
Yeah, in PDRM.
Oh, okay, so you were a rugby player in PDRM, and so you were representing the PDRM.
Some sort like that, but I some sort I'm those Chakai player. So I was on the field, rather on not on the field, on the side of the field, rather on the center of the field.
Reserve bench.
Reserve bench, yeah.
Brother, I'm same with you in school time. I was on my school football team. I wore jersey number 12 because number on the field 11. And then when I play injured, coach always called number 13 Masuk 12 stay with me. Good first. This is a true story. Okay, Syed, coming to you, Syed. I know. No, I want to know is okay.
Please.
Look, the things that you're talking about, which are so normal, but okay, it takes number one, it takes effort, it takes time, but more importantly, and also it does take a bit of finance. It takes a bit of money to do these kind of things. Like, I understand from what I read about you, you came from very humble beginnings, right? I've read that you know what it means to be poor. Can you give us a little bit of like how it all started when you were young? Were you poor or straight away you? Even young, you give veg janazah like that.
Oh, I think we are here for a laugh, but not a sad story, is it?
No, I want to hear.
So everybody, when recess time, most of my friends will run to the canteen. I will run to the toilets. Not for pangsai lah, but it's for something else. I just go to the tap, I just open the tap, and then I drink until I'm full. Then I go back to class.
Where was this? Where did you grow up?
This in, I'm Johorian also.
Johorian.
So we are here, Muar, Johor, Johor, JB. So walking to schools, we have to walk through a lot of thick bushes and the rubber estates. And at night, when the school closes at about 6:30, I think, that time, then we have to walk back, to my house. It's an estate house, very far, and it's quite scary because when the tree moves, you think it's a hantu, so you have to run very fast. That's why I'm quite a good runner. So every time, this is the thing that we do. And then that time was Shaolin show, Shaolin. I don't know whether you remember Fusen, Chen Guan Tai, all this. Then the thing is that we have to carry water. Our house, no water, no electricity, nothing. But really, I thank my parents for bringing me to that situation to understand that adversity never kills us. It don't kill us. It will make us just grow stronger and stronger.
Wow, awesome. Okay, I'm going to curl up and die now, just because I feel bad that I took a bus at one time. Syed, finally. Syed, you've been on the show before. I know Syed quite well. The reason I've actually invited these two gentlemen is because I know actually I don't have to say anything because they have a million stories to tell. In case you don't know, I'm sure most of you do know, Syed, do I call you Syed? Or Syed is just an incredible, if you follow his Facebook, and please do that, on a daily basis, not once, maybe 3 times a day, you are posting up stories, images, and experiences of children, women, poor people in incredible situations, dire situations. And the way you post and the way you talk about it, there's no, I don't mean this in a bad way, you're not sympathetic at all. You are just saying, this is the fact, this girl got raped, she's 12 years old, she's having a baby, she's going to throw it in a drain, here's what I did, and let's move on with life. And I can't imagine, this happens not once, this happens on a daily basis almost. I can't imagine, I get tired reading your updates. I mean, oh my God, how do you handle all of this? I mean, okay, for example, if not today, and I'm sure something has happened today, what is the latest, very most recent, incident kind of thing which I've just explained? Just too many, but throw one out.
Okay, at this juncture, the rate of children and young adults who attempt suicide is on the rise. And it's real. But, and I really appreciate what Uncle Kentang just said about the punya van jenazah and all that, because it wasn't even a funny story for him to start the taxi stand and all that. Because there was a need for every single thing that we are doing. And it so happened that waktu he first started, pucung kan? Pucung. So waktu tu pucung saja boleh buat, and everybody in the country akan contact this guy in pucung. So when I start doing this, and the cases yang baru-baru ni is a lot about attempt suicide, we don't know where to go. I baru tanya dia tadi, habis macam mana? He just had a attempt suicide case today, a 22-year-old girl. And to some people, it's a story. Tapi to us, it's a responsibility. Because when you hear that, and you have that split second to help or not to help or to send help, what happens after that? That's the part that I have to be curt and blunt, and I have to write cepat so that I can move on to the next case. So, and I smile here today because Uncle Kentang baru cakap tadi, it's a joke place kan, so it's funny, right? So I have that in my head already, that's why I keep on smiling. Because it's the most relaxing, muscle relaxant for my facial right now. Because I was thinking like, balik nanti, he is still going to tell me about the attempt suicide case, 22-year-old girl, betul? Okay, and I have to think about, okay, but my case is actually an 8-year-old boy yang putus cinta in school because the girl don't like him anymore after COVID, and then want to kill himself. And for him, it's real. So you see, the problem why I write, I just like to release it and say it's not on my shoulder alone, and you guys who are reading, you have to do something as well. That's it.
Ah, okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sorry, the non-existent hair on my head is standing out. You said 8-year-old boy, for real, wanting to commit suicide. How does this individual, this person, this story end up in your lap?
The teacher. So the teacher don't know how to talk to the boy because it was just the teacher doesn't know how to handle at that juncture because the boy is there, and so she just called me up and said, let me talk to the boy. And so we did, and then after that, Rehat, and then we called. It was a 2-hour session.
So you get a call on your one phone.
Okay, jap. Uncle Kentang ada 4 phones, I only have 3 phones, okay?
Okay.
Dia lagi hebat, okay?
No, that's not even a joke. You usually see Uncle Kentang, he walks and he walk.
Because, tunjuk tangan you. Sebab tangan dia lagi besar.
Because my hand is bigger than Syed Azmi.
That's all.
So he can hold 4 phones.
Yeah.
And you get a call out of the blue from a teacher, and you get up from whatever you're doing and head out to this school kind of thing?
I just called because I already know my limitation nowadays. Nowadays, I tak sanggup lagi pay air flight or drive or find a Grab to bring me here and there. I'm already 43-year-old tour guy, so I need to solve it at that time, and I have to believe in technology. That's the only way. And a lot of people are helping me out to teach me better technology skills to help more people.
Okay, and on the cusp of that, Uncle Kentang, today, what, a 22-year-old girl? What's the story there?
I think she lost her father.
Okay.
So she went into depression, quite bad. Our present there is to provide the handrails. You see, sometime at somewhere, we also face some difficulties in life. So we are there just to provide the real handrails. I had one sad story, very sad story. That's why I always meet my client personally. I do not want to pass to my team to do it because we lost one. She seems to be, I think, can we tell the story?
Please do.
She has problem paying her school fees, and she doesn't want to burden the mother. When my team met her, she was saying, okay, everything okay, because she left a note, and the note was passed to me, and we searched for her, we got her, my team got her, and then at that moment I was quite tired. I said I failed to see her personally. So that night she ended her life. She ended her life by plunging 17th floor down. I met the parents. I met the mother, and it's a quite small sum. It's about a few thousand ringgit study fees, and she took the shortcut because the father also left the mother, and he's single parent, so she don't want to burden the mother, and she just ended her life. And I think this is very important because I want to tell everyone across that we need to, you need to have that strength to hold her, and then make sure. Then somebody goes, I owe along, I owe along, and then, you owe along. Then the along disturbing me. Then, but report police. Report police. But what the police can do? So the end of the day is that you must give them strength. Okay, kita ada sana. Ini ada Harith Iskander akan pergi sana. Tolong sama you. Jangan takut. So we must give that assurance. That assurance is very important. That split-second assurance that someone is out there helping you, someone is with you. That is really, really important. So that they can turn their, and that then you can counsel them, you can monitor them and then bring them back. But we have managed to, God bless, we have managed to a lot of during COVID time, carrying the baby with the baby in one arm and then the chair already on the ledge, trying to, topple over. She's a single mother. So no more, nothing. Actually, can I tell this?
Please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Aku takut dengan Harith Iskander, dia pasal make joke kan. Kita takut dengan dia. Datang pentas ni takut dengan dia.
This pentas is a safe space. I want the people to hear this.
But really, then somebody called us, and in the middle of the night we had to rush there. Then bring her during MCO. We cannot move around. But I managed to bring the ambulance and put her inside the ambulance and talk to her, and then we move around the town, with the ambulance. So at least told her that I go buy a lot of things for the baby, everything, and then pay her rental, everything. Okay, settle, and then I say, and then last she got a nice boyfriend. So the story ended beautifully. So the boyfriend take care of her, and she wake up from the depression.
Okay. You were, Syed, I noticed you were slightly emotional at that moment.
Just for everyone's to know, I'm also a court advisor for children. Means I work in court in Mahkamah Jalan Duta, which is here, for children cases. And what Uncle Kentang, my colleague here, actually shared is, can you actually imagine that it's either they go into court of law, atau they take their own hands, and then they actually make their own law doing things. Both of us really don't want to be in this situation, because there are times, and Uncle Kentang, I can vouch for him, that he have actually write postings as if he's already going to stop and give up. And at that moment, I don't know what to say to him, and all of us need to support one another. And however you see the story to be sad or overwhelming, that's the fact that it's not in anybody's statistic or front page news, because there's nobody. But it can happen to somebody that you know, and that's the thing that we are trying to tell people, or even us, when we need help, we just don't know if we never teach people how to do it. Nampak tak? So in court, even though I get children in court, and I want to go back to my mommy or my daddy, but I said, yeah, but your daddy do this to you, you cannot do that, and we have to explain and explain and explain. So it's difficult. We don't want them to reach there. Kita tak nak dah until they are there. We have to find a way before that. I'm not emotional, it's just that it reminds me a lot, like I don't want to go down on the field anymore because my team is very small. I got only 3 people. So and we want to focus children, kan? So I cannot handle adult cases so much because I'm not good at it. But we need more people like him, and we meet and everywhere, betul tak? Not just in Puchong. Ingat Puchong je kan ada problem. Right? So we did everywhere, and the stories were there to teach us how we do it so that you can do it the same or you can do it better. And by this level, money helps, but money is not the answer for everything. So
when you say we can do it, I really hope that kind of messaging touches everyone. But you just made a good point. you have a very small team. You have a team as well, and I presume it's quite small compared to the big pertubuhans out there. But this is your life at the moment, kan? Kalau tak salah saya, it's at least 24 hours a day and 4 handphones away. While I was just sitting with you, your handphone was, all the different handphones were going off. Taking one step back, I've never asked you this, Syed, but I'm also going to ask you this. When was that moment? How did you get into this life of serving those who could not help themselves? Was there a snap moment?
There was a snap moment because after I did that, I want to touch a dog, man. And then you know how it feels like to be judged by the whole country.
Okay, just a short moment. What year was that?
That was 6 years ago.
So 6 years ago, Syed Azmi held a little event called I Want to Touch a Dog, and you held it out in a park. And the idea was just to have Malay Muslims, be comfortable or with the idea of just being around dogs. And of course, you can imagine the netizens raining down on Syed, and so that was your moment, was it?
So that was a moment because I was judged. I don't know who are my friends, who are not. You tak tahu mana family who will accept you, who doesn't. So you were kept in the house. I was asked not to come out from the house for about 6 months, but
asked by who?
I got a lot of special branch friends, so they were saying to be safe. Pasal waktu tu there was a lot of death threats, and then I got spit on and things like that. So to be safe, put inside. But I realized that what I want to do after that was I don't want people to be judged like where I was. So not to do that, I have to do something so that we don't judge people who are different, who need help, who actually choose a wrong path and they don't know how to get back because they are still fellow Malaysians or they're still fellow human beings, and and I don't want them to face what I face. So that feeling about being judged is so into me because I don't know who to call for help. I don't know who I can talk to, who can save me. Nothing. There was nobody except for my 2 elderly parents. So that scares me the most, and I said the way to get out of this is if we teach Malaysians much better way and we can see people as human beings and to help without judgment. That was the whole aim. And it so happened that I'm good at dealing cases with children. It didn't come out just like that. I learned about it. I understand the law, why there was so many injustice. And that's how I got where I am today.
Okay.
Even though, as you know, my favorite topic is actually elderly care. I suka jaga orang tua, but in Malaysia we are not there yet to take care of elderly.
May I share the story that you were sharing outside just now about?
Oh my God, you okay?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to veer off that. Who do you stay with? Syed Azmi, I'm going to pretend like I don't know the answer.
So I live, right now I'm staying with one elderly person. I call him Uncle Ann. He's 72 years old.
And
he's not related to me. I baru kenal dia. I just know him for the past nearly a year, but he's been living with me because the last place he was sleeping, Taman Melati Terminal Gombak. He was sleeping
homeless.
there. Homeless. Yes, at that time he was homeless, but he speaks good English. And he has nowhere to go, so he sleep there. So I took him in, and he's still living with me until today. He's my 3rd elderly person who is living with me now.
So you meet a homeless person at an LRT, MRT station, whatever, and okay, and what is the process for you to get to the point of, hey brother, come and stay with me?
Because if they are in Chowkit, there's a lot of place and options in Chowkit. But if they are outside, and I don't want to be one of them who say, why is he sleeping there? You know, the government should this, or the family should this, and I hate the word should do that, should do this. What am I doing about it? So I just talked to him and I said, why don't you live with me? And he's also my 3rd person anyway, so I thought 2 months, 3 months. Oh, but it's about a year already.
And now you tell me that the first 2 months, 3 months, he didn't really speak.
He kept quiet.
He kept quiet?
You know, he kept quiet in his room, and then he came out and he starts cooking. You know, he just cooked for himself, but he starts cooking, which I'm happy. And then he starts humming music a bit. I brought him a radio, he starts humming. And now, the latest is, he will only sleep after he sees me sleeping. And then he goes to sleep. He has children. They're living in the big city, but it so happened that it's not good yet. So
I'm going to jump in here. So he has a handphone. His kids in the last 1 year have called him. The one time that you know they called him, what was the reason?
So I was really, doing what we do, and we want the family to be okay, betul? So I was hoping reconciliation of family. So there was one time he had to go back home to his children, and I thought, yay, it works. They both need time out. But then he came back after 2-3 days, and I said, "Bisa balik? Hey, welcome back." But what happened? Back, and he said that no, they are going off holiday overseas. No one is going to take care of the cats. So can you please come over and take care of the cats? And then he did, and he came back. But he was happy enough to receive that call. Ever since that day, I don't know what to say, but for me, my client was him, right? I only focus on him. So I take care of him until today. So a lot of my friends say that, you know what, I think this is an elderly abuse. Because now he likes to cook for me also, so I'm not complaining, but no. Whatever he wants to eat, it's all ready.
And Daphne I. King has met him and says that Syed is Batman and he is Alfred. Because he makes you coffee.
But then, you know what? I just want to prove it at that time. And I do write about him on Facebook. No face. I write about Uncle N, what he does every day, how he cooks. And he does plating macam makan kat sini. So sedap one with plating with the sauce, ... all that.
Tak payah sebut pasal the joke factory which serves meals 6 nights a week and they shows 6 nights a week. Tak payah mention pasal that. Continue.
But, so he does plating and all that, serviettes and all that. But it makes him happy. Even though I say, no, I'm just one person. I go there, I make periuk, pak, like that. No, he will serve properly for me. And I just want to show to the world saying that we can do this. We need a bit patient, but we can do this. And just everyone here and everyone's watching online, just pray that the next one will be about mental care, because I just spoke to a lot of my psychiatrists that I think I'm ready to put in a mental patient in my house. I got 3 bilik, 3 bedrooms, so one is for that. I'm hoping to do that next year.
Okay. I'm only going to bring this up because that story blew my mind just a bit. Before that, you had a banduan, ex-prisoner.
So,
could you just tell the people that particular story?
You know, bila you nak jadi hero and you don't want to think about consequences. So, of course, after doing this for quite some time, we normally hear of ex-convict kan keluar. Mana dia want to go? There's not many halfway home. We normally find job, but you need to put them in a place and teach them a bit. So the first time, I only do it once. The first time I brought someone back, he was in jail for 20 years. So I thought I never ask questions. Macam no need to ask lah. He's already out, clean citizen. So 3 bedroom, right? And Uncle N was not in yet. Okay, so it's just me and him, and he's standing in front of my door. Like Tuan. I was like, okay, I have already my shorts and I dah nak baring tidur dah. And then he said, okay, boleh pergi tidur, go to sleep. You don't want to ask any question, no question kah? This is the hard part being us. We are learning in the job. You tanya lebih, you nak tahu ke, bring back memories to him ke, you don't know. So you don't know which one. So I was thinking like, you know what, give him whatever he wants. So I said, kalau nak cerita, tell me if you want to tell the story. What did you do? So first he showed me that he got lashes, 8 strokes of rotan. And then, okay,
the marks.
The marks. And so he showed me the marks. I was like, like, okay, I was like that. Okay. Learning experience. I was thinking, whatever, buttocks, whatever. Learning experience. And I said, what did you do? I was just curious, but I was thinking, but you don't have to tell me. Saya bunuh orang, boss. Very good. You can sleep with me, because I was thinking, keep your friends close, keep your enemy closer. I don't know. You put in the room, lock the door. Keep all my knife. I don't know, because it was a learning process. But that night he slept with me, and I can see his hands. I cannot sleep at night. I look at him every time, and he sleeps like straight, just like that, So after that, I was telling my friends in penjara, no, he's the safest. That's why we believe that it's okay. So don't worry. We didn't tell you anything to get you scared, but he found a place. I have to share this. It's a wonderful story. So he is living with an elderly lady who was working as a pump petrol attendant. She's also 60 plus. She works 7-day week, but she have an extra room. So I put this guy in that house so that he can work. He can sew and he can find job and pay rent. So now she's working at the petrol pump for only 4 days a week. Do you see the
Yes.
how you match that? That was the hard part, doing this work. And then, of course, Majlis Agama marah because they are not married, and then, you know, man and woman, blah, blah, blah. So I cannot promote that program. So that was the only time I did it. But at that moment, I thought it was the right thing to do. You see, I like the idea. I'm not scared about the Banduan thing. I just scared saying that I didn't manage to finish this project and I die. But I also don't know what to do because mental health is not my strength. So yeah. So that's how that was the story.
Sorry, Uncle.
Sorry.
Madam Syed had that one story that changed and he dedicated his life to this. For yourself, what make you, or can you remember the first time that you feel this is what I want to do? I want to help people. Is there one thing that happened, or is it a slow process?
I think one story is that we had one woman selling bahulus. I gave her an hour and I gave her some capital set up. And that was a touching moment because after 2 years, she managed to save money enough to visit her mother, who she didn't visit for the past 10 years. Because her husband is an OKU, she has 8 children, and she cannot afford to visit the mother for 10 years. And the mother also cannot visit her. So I went to Kedah and met the mother and the house, everything. So it was quite a turning point of her. And then, you know, you don't know, 400 unit. I talk about Maria, you know, Maria. I don't know whether some of the followers know Maria, selling nasi lemak. Husband bashed her up every day, this and that. Then she lost all her money. Husband took all the money, and we gave her a car actually. We raised enough fund to give her a car, and we gave her some 400 ringgit to do nasi lemak also. And she's earning about 800 ringgit a day now. Then we also do something to the husband. So the husband is out of the picture.
That one we don't mention out too loud lah. Just because, you know, you do something.
No, we do something good.
Do something good.
No.
Oh,
not against the law, not against the law. We follow the law. Yeah.
But you know lah, Malaysian law sometimes can mengkut sikit lah. Do something good. Okay, wow, this is a comedy club, huh? Nice, that's what you all were expecting. Is there anybody here who would like to ask anything? Is there anybody who has a burning question, you want to ask something of Uncle Kentang or Syed? Anybody? I do know. Yes, sir.
You always care about person's mental health. How about yours?
Okay, sorry, what's your name, bro?
Shahid.
Shahir has asked, you always care about a person's mental health? And you, so, okay, it's okay, we've recorded that already. What about yours?
I think you have a point there, mental health, about us getting depressed. Or me visiting mortuaries almost every day. Almost every day I visit the mortuaries to collect bodies. I think when you care for others, you forget your own self, you know. So you sort of terjun dalam air, and you don't care about yourself anymore. Because why? I think I always tell people, when you take care of others' trouble, God will take care of your trouble. I believe in that. I think I got no trouble. I tak ada masalah langsung pun. I don't know, yeah, Harith will be, hey, come to Joke Factory. I said, I want to relax. This is a place for me to relax. I get one chance to go with Harith. I come. So this is where I think mental health, I don't think, we must be strong lah. Because we visit funerals, you know, I do funerals. I drive the hearse. I bring the bodies of the children, you know.
So just to fill you in, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Kentang not only has the hearse, he drives the hearse, but he gets calls from people who are too poor, who cannot afford the funeral process, because to die actually costs money. Can you imagine? So you will get a call from someone, or some hospitals, dead bodies are lying there, right? Like nobody's claiming, or whoever don't want to claim it, and you go in and of course, how can you express to me, tell me how, so bodies are bodies, but of course, you know, the world is all about religion, and you pick up different bodies of different religions. What is the process?
Oh, it's quite easy, because actually the Muslim one, we are passed to the Muslim, the Chinese one, we will call the seafood, then count him, throw in the sea. Klang River, you don't go eat the crab there. The crab all are fed by the ashes there. So for Buddhists, normally we do a small rites. Last rites, we send them, respectful. We respect all the religion. Like Christian, we will ask the pastor to come, and do according to the Christian rites. But it's quite pitiful when I have a case there. The son disallowed me to take the father body. You want to punish the father body.
So the son did not allow you to take the father's body, who's
But he also
dead.
got the claim.
But
he also don't claim the body.
He don't want to claim the body.
He doesn't want to
but
claim the body.
He don't
said,
want you to
I want
claim
my
it.
dad to be there. So without the authorization from him, we cannot take the body. No one is allowed to take the body until.
Now, just out of interest, what is the hospital or mortuary policy on this? The
They
son
actually
who-
they have some. I'm not very sure, but I saw the borang mayat tidak dituntut selepas 14 hari. So there is some procedure lah. Of course, there is some very very strict procedure. I say that when you take the body, we must sign, we must do everything. We must do everything correctly. We must keep the record. We must show the picture how we treat the body. Show the picture where we bring the body. Show the picture where we throw the ashes. Show the picture where we kept the ashes if we want to keep it. So involved in different nationality, different religion. So it's very, very important.
So are you saying that on your phone right now are pictures of dead bodies?
I think I have a few hundreds in my phones. If you want
That's
to have
not
a look.
much. Couple of hundred. What's that? Who's counting?
Can I
Yeah,
add on
please.
something? Syed, thank you for your question. If people who actually know us, we're kind of like a joker. Whenever I meet him, or sometimes he actually texts me back, it's always something funny. We understand we have issues, but when we meet up, there's a lot of laughter. We don't say that, oh, you know what, today only 300 babies been thrown out. We don't even say those things. We just like, hey, how are you? Where are you from just now? Makan ke belum? And we actually create that. And actually among a lot of people like us, we that's what we do. We actually humor ourselves on this. And if we get into trouble, because we do get into trouble, kan? We get into trouble because people pun, that's people who doesn't like us. Also, we laugh at it. So, what he says that I want to echo, not only that God help us to take care of our mental health, but if the cases is just too many, you don't even have time to be sad so much because then there's the next call, and then there's the next caller, and then there's the next caller. So he tak sempat. But I think he slowed down a bit. Actually, he slowed down a bit because and I took that one as a positive sign because sometimes I just take that off even 1 hour ke apa ke just to unwind. And my favorite pastime, this one is the first time I'm telling him also. Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, and then every Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise will always mandi one time in the shower with all the asap-asap. And then he will start to do like this at the dinding, and then the water trickle all over the bicep and all that. That is my scene that I was hoping to get every time I go home. But because I carry my handphone inside the shower also, I never get that yet. So if I get that, and then, like wash away my sorrow, I think I would be happy. But my phone is always with me, so,
Bro, nowadays got waterproof case now. You can put. I've seen them in the swimming pools. The ladies with the waterproof. They're in the pool. They're like, hey, take picture. I'm like, oh my God, so changi. Yeah, I'm going to get you that one for your next Christmas. Oh God forbid, Hari Raya present. I know people hate you. The dog thing. Got people hate you, uncle. God, who hate you? Come.
So far, no leh.
So far no leh.
No.
I know.
They don't hate. When we help one party, there's always another party. It's not hate, love or macam tu, but it's just the way.
Someone
it goes.
disagree.
Boss.
Yeah.
Muka aku gangster tak?
Actually, to tell you the truth, my wife came in just now. Oh, he's here. Oh, like gangster, eh? And my wife is from Klang. So that means your face is double gangster, bro. Not just normal gangster. She can handle normal gangster. You are double gangster. Which is why you made a very good policeman. Okay. No, okay. That was a very good question. Thank you very much. Anybody else would like to ask anything? Are there any questions on YouTube or Facebook? I'm trying to monitor. Anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Syed, Azmi, you mentioned just now that you're also like a court consultant for
Court advisor for children.
Court advisor for children. Is there any recent cases where you felt that you have disagreement with the system with regards to the result or output of the certain cases?
I don't really have disagreement, but the fight that I normally have in court is with the parents, because sometimes when parents come in and they wish to ask the court to take away their children to put in an institution just because they cannot handle it, that actually makes me so upset. So and I talk a lot, so basically I use that power in court to actually educate the parents. And it's very sad because the child is there as well, and the child can hear all the things the mother don't like about her. And my job is to smile, and I have this Mary Poppins bag with toys and stickers and tissue papers and all that to give to the child in case she breaks down. So, so the system, this is the best that I can see for the system, and the two court advisors and the magistrate, our job is to give the chance to correct the system. So for the child. So it's a very tough job, sometimes 8 to 13 cases a day. And I like it because I get to go to their house after that if I want to see any improvement.
Hold on, this one step back. So this particular case of a mother and a child, and she wants to send the child to an institution because?
Because she thinks that she cannot control the child, or the word that is used in court is beyond control.
So why does this end up in court?
Because she have to make a case to say that the child cannot be controlled by the parents. So can you please take away? So sometimes parents can just say like, let's say they Superman on a bike dekat jalan bawa bahaya macam tu, and then masuk court, and then the child is like that. So the mother said, "Yalah, he's really rowdy. He doesn't listen to me. Do whatever you like." How do you think it feels like?
How old is this child?
All of this are cases below 18. So court for children is all cases below 18. So if the parents doesn't want to pay the fine or whatever, so the child will go to jail.
So where do you come in terms of protecting the child?
Okay, so basically, before the magistrate hand out the where the child will go, the hukuman or the perintah, so we can have this last round to discuss why can we either forgive or fine or bond or Henry Gurney or jail. So those are options, few options. So the magistrate will have to decide on which one. So our role, after we hear from all sides, is to ask more questions to make sure that the decision made is the best for the child. So we can change. So last time, remember PKP? So all children who langgar PKP also go into court. It's also maximum 1,000 ringgit. But because they're children, they go into the court of children. So in that court, so we will fight for the child, saying that if, okay, undang-undang kata 1,000 ringgit. So we have to say, 1,000, okay, let's look back. Socioeconomy, how old she is she mentally okay? Why was she out? There was one, can I share one?
Please.
There was one boy, he's 14. He didn't finish school and he cannot read. On the 26th of April, you guys remember when PKP starts, right? Which is early
March
April.
18.
Okay, early April. So basically, on 26th of April, he went out to 7-Eleven. Every shop was closed. And then police tangkap, and then he langgar PKP. So the thing is, he didn't know what he did wrong. And he said, every shop was closed, all like that, And I said, can't you read? PKP tak ada. He cannot read. So he cannot understand why there was no one. Because he's illiterate. So he's not just berlakon ke apa ke, because he was in jail, and then the officer kept telling him, you know what is PKP, Then he understood and he came to court. He admitted that he went out because he thought he wants to go out. So these kind of cases where we explain and explain, now of course the family cannot pay the fine, so he have to be put in jail for some time. But the point is, we will have to fight to make sure he understands. Every children, this one is a bit too serious, but no child wants to break any law or be rowdy for no reason. all children, it's always retaliating over something that they cannot express well. So that's why they actually be in that position. But our role as adult is to explain to them why they did wrong. Why? What is the cause and effect and consequences of breaking law? That's the part that we are doing. So you see, so even in rape case, so we had to decide, rape case, jail, how long? We still have to talk about it. Will it destroy his future? You know, will the parents come and visit? How are they going to survive? Blah, 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 blah. So that's what we do. So I like my work very much, but I'm telling you, to put a child in jail or Henry Gurney for years or months, for the magistrate, I don't know how she handles it, but for me to agree to say, yes, that's the best, is the hardest feeling. Because outside, like Uncle Kentang said, we still can hold the rail. We can still go and bamboo them if they do, but bila dah masuk court of law, you have to pass it to the magistrate.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much for that question. We might have time for one quick question, one last one. Anybody wants to ask any burning questions? Very light topic this evening here on the official Harith Iskander show. Anybody? Anybody would like to ask one final question? No? Okay. In that case, I'd love, we're going to try and lighten this up. Uncle Kentang, you've been working in mortuaries on a daily basis. Pernah tengok hantu tak?
This is Chiye, you know, Chiye is 7 months. And outside there, our brothers and sisters were looking at us. Yeah, the Chinese believe lah, the Chinese believe. Hey, but you all don't say no, because if you all follow
I didn't say no, I'm here. I percaya, brother.
If you follow the Facebook, you'll see that it's quite
hungry ghost.
No, quite eerie actually. But okay, I will just sit down there. Don't worry. I will tell them. I will tell them to. I start with one. You know, ghosts. You talk about ghosts. We talk about hungry ghosts, isn't it? This year, hungry ghosts kena semua kena tahan. PKP punya pasal.
Sorry.
No hungry ghost prayers this year. In most of the time, you can see the sexy, scantily clad girls dancing on the stage for the ghosts to see, not for you to see. Not for you to see, but for the ghosts to see. The sister and brother to see. So actually, I want to correct the myth. No, everybody said, "Oh, hungry ghosts." Actually, no. Hungry Ghost Festival is because I'm the president of the Hungry Ghost Prayer.
Why am I not surprised?
Association. So, Hungry Ghost is actually doa selamat lah. You know, those who died in accident, those things, then nobody take care. You know, those drowned in the mining pool. Though we go and do prayers, conduct prayers to appease the soul and let the soul to the other world. That is real Hungry Ghost. To tell the truth, I'm not pulling a joke there. I listened to them also. One time, they actually talk to us, not me alone, 40 of us. No joke. This I don't know whether Malaysian believe or not, but they are really the sound, the voice, which off the system, everything the sound system, but it still come up from the box. And the next day, everyone strike lottery, $2 million. Yeah, 2 million ringgit. Oh, okay. No, it's real. It's true. It's happened. We thought why the fellow kacau us, but suddenly tomorrow, semua happy, jumping up and down, because they struck the number that was given. It's first prize. But that one, I want to tell you the real thing. But I never met, sorry, I also don't want to meet lah. Because I go to mortuaries and collect bodies. Sometimes my friend very, very smart one, because one of my friend, the father-in-law passed away. So told me to go to Serdang Hospital. Then the person said, wait here, I go and take cigarette for a while. He take cigarette, he never come back. I alone with the body lying there. Then look at the body look at me. No, waiting for the guy to come down to, the mortuary guy to come down to put the body, put properly lah. I also takut juga. 2 something in the morning, Then the smell of the mortuary is also very Very special smell. Then you can see the trees like goyang like that, you know. So I just inch my way to the pagar there. I want to say, if you chase me, I will jump over the pagar and run. You know, but in our job, we cannot be that scared. Of course, tell you the truth, I also takut. Bukan tak takut, memang takut lah. Recently I bought one body. The body even too big to put inside the coffin. So it's like badang, you know badang. You know badang? Badang is very big, very huge. Even our van, when you sit down on the van, I have to bring him from Penang to Chini. But so far, can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Met once only. She said, actually she's a lady. 2 o'clock in the morning, I was in somewhere in North Side. I don't want to say mention where. North Side, where we put the body of the baby onto baby, a very young baby. So the parents has no money to bring back the body to hometown. So we drove. My partner here drove.
So, well, hold on. So the baby had died. Parents were too poor, couldn't afford to.
Yeah, the parents say they want to bring the body back with the cradle the body in the bus, take one bus ticket, go back hometown. So we said no lah. We send them back lah, and reached there about 2 o'clock. I think 2 o'clock. So my partner went to take a drink. I came back to the van. She was sitting there lah. She was sitting at the driver, white color. Then I knock at the door lah. You know, orang Melayu aja saya. Knock. At the back side of the van. Hello boss, kita mau balik ya, kasi jalan boleh ya? So the fellow ignored me, and she was still there lah. And then I also heard that Malaya take 1 cup of water, go and gyros the van tire. So take the gyros and ask for permission to take over the vehicle because she was sitting at the driver's side. But this is, I don't know lah. At one time, I told that one story, very funny story. There was a murder case lah.
That's funny.
Someone was stabbed actually, using an ice pick. You know, they fought and stabbed. And somebody called me, hey, you come here. There's a fight, and then I saw the murderer lah. I saw the murderer. I said, hey, apa you buat? Gaduh. Tak ada cik, saya tak ada gaduh. Saya baru tidur. Dia badan berpeluh habis. You know, from head to toes, berpeluh. And she said, I baru bangun tidur. I said, kamu tak ada aircon ke? Memang tak ada aircon. So I know that this is a suspect lah. So, and then I called the police. I said, there's a fight. You all must come here. So I took my bike and went home, you know. It's not very far from my house. It's about 1 kilometer. So then the police at 2 o'clock called me, hey, Kwan, tadi you ada satu case, you telefon lah. Kita datang lah, sini lah kita nak tahu kebenaran dia. So I went through the school, one school, Malay school. So this lady, long hair. She was not facing me, just facing the trees. So 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, white color. Then no leg one. No leg lah. So I was riding one Yamaha, Suzuki Cup, blue color. Tekan minyak. No. Itu bongo melangkah, melangkah. Lepas tu aku cilaka betul. Aku mau tolong orang mati ya. You still disturb me, you know. So this make me very angry. I U-turn back. I say I want to catch you, you know. I got so mad because disturb my sleep, everything. Then that time I was very, very poor lah. I also no money. Why you want to kacau a poor man like me? So I U-turn. U-turn tengok dia tarak. Lagi takut. Lagi laju lagi saya lari. Run to the policeman there. Oh, okay lah, this case like that. Hey sir, I told the OCPD, hey, can you send the patrol car escort me back? He said, why? Tadi ada jumpa barang lah. Okay, saya hantar balik. So I went back lah, but I didn't tell my children. My children are here. They love Harith so much that I always got quarrel with them if I don't bring to see Harith.
Oh no.
My daughter every time. So, but I didn't tell my children about that. But this is real experience. But in the mortuary, when you open the mortuary door, you must sidestep lah. the start lah, the start. Because the smell will come out lah. So when you caught the smell, like, so you sidestep a bit, and but you go with a kind heart, I don't think you can. So far no lah, so far no one disturb me. Kena mapiu ada lah, mapiu selalu kena ada lah. No disturbing. Don't worry ghosts don't disturb you, they give you mapiu. That one is for sure.
Okay.
You may never believe. If someone who follow my Facebook, last 2 weeks I gave second prize. But this is not ask you to gamble lah, but I don't gamble much, but sometimes very funny, just number come like that, okay, give lah. And you strike lah.
Now you're my friend,
No, it's true. I put the thing up 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock, DPO, second prize. Don't play, This is ghost story lah. This is real ghost story. I don't know how people think about it, but
you know what? As long as when you speak from authenticity, from your heart. So it doesn't matter to me whether it's believable or not. I believe in you, and I believe in you as well, Syed Azmi. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to my two very special guests, Syed Azmi and Uncle Kentang. For me, this has been one of the most enjoyable episodes because, I've interviewed Najib before, and but getting to speak to the two of you really makes me feel that, end of the day, what I take away from both of you, what you're saying is, when something happens, both of you, I think, go to the mindset of either don't do anything. The government should handle this, or why doesn't the budget can't handle this, or why doesn't somebody handle this? You guys just go, you know what? Let me see what I can do. Let me see what handrail I can offer this person. Let me see what argument I can make for this child who does not know better but has broken some kind of law. Let me just give what I can because, and you are both from humble backgrounds. That's why I truly believe that you are true Malaysian heroes, and I'm so honored and glad that you came and spent some time with us. So thank you very much, Uncle Kentang and Syed Azmi, and thank you for watching, everyone over there. We're gonna go off Facebook and YouTube right now, and just as a special, because I know you guys are all here, would you like to see some stand-up comedy? Yes, of course. All right, so once more, round of applause for Uncle Kentang and Syed Azmi. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. We're gonna go straight into it. Are we done with the YouTube? Are we done with the YouTube, Facebook? Good evening, ladies. Before let me check that for Prakash. You okay with it? Come on, 2 minutes. All right, cool. All right. Thank you so much again, guys, for coming out. Really, round of applause. Come on for Syed Azmi and Uncle. Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm gonna use this mic right now. I don't know about you, but when I get to that moment, those stories they've shared. Do you know? Have you